sew on the buttons, like you spending time with the work, and then you see like the other buttons, right? Then you also wonder like who are the people who actually came to sew.
I see.
And then they actually sent out like sewing kits and to ask like members of the public to sew
Oh,
in
okay.
reflection of the pandemic.
I think I read about that.
Yeah. So after that, then they reached
oh.
out to the
I
migrant workers
see.
also.
I see.
Yeah. So the migrant workers, that extension is like that.
Oh,
piece
it's
there.
that piece.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you wish, you can take the sewing kit to sew home, like to take it and just sew at home.
Oh,
Whatever
okay.
you feel around, like during pandemic.
But what do I need to sew?
Like you can see the example.
Oh.
Really anything.
Oh, anything
It
lah.
can be like what
okay,
you
okay.
feel. It does not have to be something very specific. Whatever you feel during pandemic, what are your thoughts? You can just portray it. on
Okay,
the-
just abstract. Like just
Yeah,
buttons
just-
and-
I see. So after I sew, I just pass it.
Yeah, you can just
Oh.
bring it over here.
I see. Oh.
Or if you don't want to bring also can.
Yeah,
Just
also
like-
can. It's just for your,
Oh, okay.
like, just for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Okay. I'll look around.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't
So the
forget to
buttons
leave
are
your.
donated by.
It's all
members of the-
donated.
Yeah.
I see.
So all these are like unfinished.
I
Yeah.
see.
Does this remind you of anything?
No.
It's actually like the
People like
Yeah.
protective
together.
equipment
I
worn by
see.
the medical.
Me-
I see. So it's like people like crowding around,
the
holding
front
hands. I see.
It's like a tribute to the.
I see.
frontline
So the
workers.
names are people who sewed this piece,
Some names are actually people who
the frontliners.
on.
I see.
Yeah, and
Because
some
of-
of them, like,
I
even you
see,
can
I
write your
see.
name over here. Like, it's just a very interactive
I
picture.
see.
So there are also like buttons that people.
Yeah, if you want to sew more, you can.
Oh, okay.
It's really more like a.
Like, just come and
interactive.
feel
I
free,
see. How long is this
interact.
project? You've been here for a while?
This
Yeah,
open
yeah, it's
house will
gonna be-
extend for another 2 more Sundays.
Or two
Yeah.
more Sundays?
But even after that, it's gonna be here.
I see. Okay.
So you can just come,
Yeah.
interact with people
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
I think I should tell my neighbors also. I
Yeah,
think it's
yeah,
good to bring kids here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they can also contribute. They can
Yeah.
also engage. Yeah.
Last
and
week
they
we
can
had
also
some
know
kids, they
something.
came, they put
Yeah.
the buttons over here.
Yeah, I think kids will love
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's gonna be a very good interaction.
Yeah, and
You
they
get
can
to know
actually
so much.
contribute their pieces here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll look around.
Don't
Thanks.
forget to leave your information in there.
Oh, okay.
In this book.
Oh, in this book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you can write it down right now.
I see.
Is that,
I see. Okay.
you want to?
Yep.
Have a seat there. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you drop by your name and what you thought about this project and email and number as well? Is it Leah Min?
J-I-A.
Jiamin and CISUM.
W-M.
Oh, okay. CISWM.
Yeah.
1988 at the rate.
1998.
1998 at the rate.
Yeah.
Anyone come here?
Huh? Oh,
A few.
yeah, but very less from your community. Yeah.
I haven't. I got one more friend coming. He not come here. Like 3 p.m. then he come here. You know Jun Hong?
As in the one last week.
Yeah,
Ah.
that guy.
It's always like y'all two.
Yeah.
Yeah, always always. 这是一个艺术展览，对，但是这些都是那些外国劳工，有些是外国劳工做的一些作品，然后就是那个封国期间，我们有邀约一些是
隔离
民众啊这些来做这个手工。
啊，
其实这个手工是开始的时候是因为那个老师要纪念他的奶奶，所以他才会就是要做这个project 所以
挺有艺术的。
你想学吗？可以学哦。
是啊。
可以报名学了。
我就看看，因为第一次来，就觉得很好奇，参观一下。谢谢。
你有 QR code 吗？就是那个电话的那个扫描。
电话。
就是扫描这个。
不知道呢。
如果有的话，你可以扫描一些我们的作品来看看啊。它这里就是我们一些作品有这些 QR code，就是让人家知道这个艺术后面的故事。这个作品，对。
我有一个要捐赠给你们做的。
如果你有不要用的衣服还是什么，你们可以那布可以拿来这边给我们。对。
什么布都可以。
我们衣服，然后是要那种五彩缤纷的衣服。比较亮一点的颜色。
可以拿来这里。
可以。
好，可以，谢谢。谢谢。
我们的师傅。
Thank you. That's nice. Thank you.
来，2个看上来。
I mean, just for your information, by November 30th, we are actually sort of like launch and as extensions of this exhibition. We are going to include a series of photography and videography footages that we have taken throughout our whole engagement for this whole project. Because this has actually run since March until today, and there are so many volunteers that's involved along the way. Seniors, youth, students, and then even though for the participants, they come from really very diverse background. So sometimes we take pictures and then we do some interviews. We are actually collating all this and then we're producing it into a form of photography and videography, and that will be done in the classroom over there. And we are planning to do that from November 30th. So it's actually during school holiday time frame. If that is a good time, if the children's coming during that time, then what I'm trying to say, on top of what you see now, there is also photograph, there is also video that they can sit in and listen.
The hands-on will be fun.
I see.
And if their involvement eventually is featured somewhere that they can see it, it will be even more meaningful for them.
Okay.
It's like whether it's for the now or for future, we are planting a seed about volunteering.
That's right.
About reusing materials.
That's
and
right,
all that.
that's right.
So I'm thinking along that line.
Sure.
What are we really to do?
That a lot of Singaporeans are not willing to do, and very often they are invisible.
That's right.
And because they are invisible, they become easily forgotten
That's right.
and dismissed.
Exactly. Exactly.
Unfortunately, that is something that a lot of Singaporeans take for granted. So you've got to realize that the contribution that they make and the importance that they have, and looking at what they sold and the messages they sold, it's a human connection.
They are a group of people that is simple and full of gratitude.
Yeah.
I was actually, okay, like what you said just now, they are like just everywhere with us, but it's a group that we seldom have interconnection.
Yes.
So
yes.
even for myself,
Yes.
so I went in for all the engagement in the door.
Right.
When start to have the really face-to-face kind of engagement with them, you totally change your concept and your mindset about this group of people. Through the things that they say, they are not able to articulate very well, but they say things like, for example, me, sick, Singapore, take care. I love. You first, I see after 4 months. He told me. Yeah, and many of them said that I don't know how, so now I know. But they sold so well. The main reason is really because they have nothing else to do. They have been living the life of eating, sleeping, handphone
Yes,
for 4 months.
I do know that because
Yeah.
a friend of mine was telling me that they have no television, they are not allowed alcohol, they're segregated.
That's right.
All activities have got, they have to seek permission.
Yes.
And they are not allowed to interact with games and stuff like that.
They can only interact between their zone, but they are not able to interact in the zone.
Yeah.
They are allowed to walk around in the premises, but at a certain slot. But the thing is, to have these for 1 week versus 3 months, it is very different.
Well, put it this way, at the end of the day, it is, if you did think about it in a bigger picture, it's as good as being in prison.
That's right.
In a sense, when we had CB, when we were working from home, it felt like prison.
That's right.
Even though we had the comforts of home.
That's right. That's right.
So-
That's right. But the thing is, they are happy. I mean, there's no complaint. So far, we have not heard a single complaint from any one of them because they know the situation they're in. And every one of them looks forward to go back to work. There's one that said he might lost his job, but he said that he wants to look for a job. He don't want to go other country, want to stay here because it's good. So, yeah, I mean, through the interaction, they really changed me.
Yeah, hey, maybe. Yes. Okay. This. So, if you are comfortable with managing like a long thread, then you have to measure this to 8. 8 of these. Yeah, but if you have lycra or any stretchable material, you will get this. This kind of tight thread, yeah.
聊选 color， 聊选
These kind are better for washing mats. So if you make lots of these, can tie the end
第一
together.
个先用
It will soak watermelon.
OK，第一个不用打扮吗？第一个，来，派我们10个人，来10个人，来我们10个人的，快点，派我们 Thank you，在中间，拿出。看我说拿这个。
Basically, I put my whole youth here. I spent my whole youth here.
Since when?
Teenager, since teenager I'm here.
Here, in this place.
No, in Ziji. Basically, it's because of a recycling activity that Ziji have every month. That's how I know. Like, that's how I joined.
How long is it?
2013.
Wow. How long you stick with them?
Yeah, because I really like here. It's like my second home here.
And dad is still active?
Yes, my dad is also active. My mom is also. My mom inspired by me. She joined CG also. I was telling my mom, because I very naughty last time. Then I tell my mom, you go do CG, I will be very very good. Then after she went, no. Yeah, Qingdao. You can find it at Chinatown, 火锅店.
You find a sport?
That time I
join.
Then after then she introduced me.
Okay, so the needle is just to hook up, is it?
You need to help people when the hole gets too small.
Okay, so how you use the needle?
I don't drink. That's why.
This very late. It's a
Oh, then you just go through.
It's a very
there.
strong. Basically, it's very small.
Oh, I see, so clever.
It's called
Yeah, it's a real needle, huh? And I'm supposed to go back to my cat.
Huh?
Supposed to go back to my cat.
Oh, okay. I finished for you now?
No, no, it's okay, I want to finish. So when he finish, he will make it very artistic. That means all the different colours will come in. And then he will do all sorts of images.
Then we continue with blue lah. Yes.
Then after that, he will sign and then he take over.
Yeah.
Then your effort is gone.
Joking.
Yeah, joking.
It's like mixed.
So what's the abu in Chinese mean?
If not, yeah.
If not,
Abo ah.
Abu lah.
Abu the hole. Abu then what?
Abu then.
Yeah, if not,
Abu then.
Then like you ask
Abu
the
then.
person, then
Then here I end then I end
Faster.
Okay, like, I think can keep ready. I just go on the floor.
Go on the floor.
No, wait, but I need to go round here anywhere. No. Thank you so much. Can I just leave this like that?
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye
much.
bye.
Let me
Alright,
take
all
a
the best.
picture. Let me take a picture with your thing.
the background.
The background is there. The background.
Oh, poor Hannah is waiting. Thank you. I will love this. I said, really? So I was hoping to bring home for my cat.
Oh, it's okay. I have a surprise for you. Yeah.
Hey, Evie, come and sit on mine. Thank you. Yeah, you like it, right? It's not the prettiest, Evie.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Oh, this is for
Thanks,
Frankie. Frankie can sit on this now. No, I have to go back.
But then Frankie was scratching.
Oh my, wow.
Yeah. I was this slim before. And this job. And I have the hair like that.
Oh my. What to do? Oh
Wow.
my.
Oh, I come by East Coast now. Okay lah, I come and see you in Joo-Chiat. Okay.
Jimmy, what are the rest of the stuff you're making?
Oh, I mean,
Yes. I've been here. From teenager to now.
Solid.
Yeah. But I never go college. I'm working now. I'm a working adult.
I only have an N level. I didn't pass my N level also. So I just have to work and maybe study, and I want to go to a pastry school for now.
You wanna go to
Pastry school.
pastry?
Pastry school.
Oh.
Yeah, school where you can learn like baking and all that, so that I can open my own cafe soon.
Nice and rain day. Not too cool.
Oh, yesterday, I'm not sure.
Yesterday was very hot. So hot. It was So you live near here, is it?
Yeah. Very near.
You own a flat or you stay with your
No,
mother?
I'm a Malaysian, so I rent a room.
I see. So how are you here? You're on school visa
Yeah, I
or what?
came here for to US, in the US. Then I work here.
And now you're PR.
Yes, yeah.
Singapore is quite friendly towards Malaysians wanting PR, right? Not really.
During my era,
Just like 10 years ago. I see
More than
there was a
10 years
window of it, is it?
yeah.
For migration. When was that?
I
1990?
graduated in 2005. So before I graduated, they already sent me a letter. Not invite you, but saying you are entitled to applying for PR. So that means with that letter, it's very powerful.
Yeah.
It's almost like no question asked.
Will you feel easier to get a container? Can I give you a container? Just go out.
Some of them you realize it's from dormitory workers because of the language.
This one is interesting. Could you scan this one? Could you make? Two sisters, are one married with a child. He's good at stitching. He was a tailor. But this is, you've designed this.
So sort of, yeah. Kind of like directed steer the design. But it didn't come out until towards the end of it. So you can tell from the timeline how things was progressively built up. Yeah. So like I was here already in the March.
I know, I missed the open house at Okay.
Actually, as a matter of parting, would you like to take back a piece of this cloth that we actually packaged for migrant workers? And try doing something that you thought about in relation to the COVID, or you're staying at home.
Yes.
Yes.
Even if I don't do
if
it.
you don't do it,
I know someone.
there's no limitations. You can take a whole month. You can do it until December. It's okay.
No,
You don't send it after, okay?
English and Hindi.
Over there.
Okay. Okay. Will do.
So you pick up a couple, or more if you want. Then you can send it back to us. We're going to make another quilt, but this one will be on the floor. And then I do not know if it's going to be a rectangular, a circle, or a square, or this shape, rhombus. So this is an ongoing thing. You just go on.
We have a partition in the house.
Well, 850,000 feet of design so far. So there is not enough buttons.
It's increasing.
And it's increasing. This is only 1/7 of the people who die in the war. Just now you talked to that Indian lady. What's her name?
Vani.
Vani.
Yeah.
Vani.
V-A-N-I.
V-A. I haven't seen her in a long time. I forgot her name. But she remember it.
Yeah, she was like, I asked her if she was interested in stitching or the workshop.
Oh yeah?
She was like, I need to rush back because she has to take care of the house today.
And the mother.
Yeah, and her mother, yeah.
Yeah.
She was wearing such a nice skirt.
She was very what?
She was wearing such a pretty skirt.
She gave me a gift of some greeting cards. That's made by a Bangladeshi. No. I don't know what could it be. Chennai. Publisher called Tara. Tara Publisher. Are you familiar with Tara?
No.
Yeah.
You are? The publisher.
about it, yeah.
They use a lot of like illustration that has to do with local
Mostly
Indian folk
South
art.
India, that,
Yeah.
yeah.
They do a lot of illustration with folk art. They're very good. I like their work.
There are many foreigners who come to India, like, backpacking.
Yeah.
They just
They-
for 30 years.
Yeah, like they come for like 2-3
week.
months or something. 1 week is too less to even roam one small part of India. Like you need proper, if you're a foreigner, like you need a proper 2-3 months stay. Yeah. Now it's like even I'm a foreigner to my own country.
When you go to the hills, then
Oh, my
especially
place is
places-
very pretty. Like
Yeah.
I live in the northeast region, so that's the prettiest region in India.
Meghalaya is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Meghalaya is the cleanest villages.
And it
And it
has
also
the
has-
cleanest village of
Wow.
Asia
And it
Yeah.
has like a bridge which is made
by the roots of the tree. It's
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
basically known as the natural
Phenomena,
bridge.
Yeah.
right.
So like in that place, nothing is man-made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the tribes there knew how to manipulate the roots. That's how
At
they
a
made the
point, no, but some of them are like they can just manipulate it, but most of them are like it just bend naturally because there are so many trees altogether. Meghalaya is like a second.
Yeah. Like the
Yeah. Chili paneer, chili potatoes.
I haven't eaten chili potato or chili paneer since ages.
Oh, you need to go to this place, Kailash.
yeah.
Where do you eat your lunch?
Me.
Yeah, I have.
I saw the drinks that you people that I told stories to. Right? You know me, right? I want your Instagram. She actually followed me on Instagram. After that, subsequently, I asked her to come for volunteer work, and she came. But after that, she never come because she's busy. Subsequently, we became besties. From there. She say through Instagram we can talk more lah. She was saying lah. And she on Instagram she told me what?
Instagram can talk more.
Yeah. Then after that, then yeah, I gave her my WhatsApp and I asked her.
Can I ask you where is this leading?
Yeah.
This leading that I have a new
friend.
got younger sister.
Oh.
Through that. Oh yeah, let's go. About 4.
What do we do?
We have a longer break. 3 of us.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 of us have a longer break.
Not you.
Not you.
Three.
Not you.
Oh.
Anyway. Come on. Careful, don't poke them. Come on, pull the needle out. And let go. Yes. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, actually,
Is it supposed to be whole like that?
No.
you're supposed to.
What colour you want?
One now, I ask me back.
Just like say you want green one. So there's like different shades of green here, bro. Pick your poison. Your polka dot also not.
But I thought of poison maybe.
Because honey, and when I left Germany for Singapore, it went all very fast. I had like 72 hours to decide to sign the contract, but I had like my room was full of stuff, clothes and computers and stuff, and I just could bring like one bag. Yeah? So I looked carefully, I washed everything, I cleared everything, and I put in the bag, and I wrote down at the door, come inside, take what you want. And I tell you, after 3 hours.
Then come out here.
Yeah, I like the colors. The orange.
Yeah, this one is because of like before I joined Ciji. And yeah, that's my life story of this.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Blue represents my low times of my life in secondary school. Do you know that our Singaporean passport is the strongest passport?
Yeah, I know. It's the Singaporean, you know, then Tokyo, and then German is now on place 3.
Is Alan Walker from Germany?
I don't. Alan Walker is
the faded, that techno music faded.
Yeah.
He's from Germany.
Yeah.
No wonder, so nice.
Sven Wett, yeah. Singapore is a really good techno scene. I mean,
yes. No, in Singapore actually no.
You don't,
I mean, you can start
like Clement and Eileen.
I know, but I mean, I was in the UK for a while. So
Okay. UK, Berlin, yeah, forget it. It's like, but still compared, like if you go to, I don't know, Bangkok or Phnom Penh or Singapore is better.
Yeah.
Singapore is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very better. The food here is nice and it's safe.
Yeah.
You can let your daughter.
Yeah, you love that. The Singaporeans love it. It's safe.
Yeah.
They love it.
It's like
Singapore's safe. And it is safe. Yes.
It's like how to say you can let your daughter.
It's boring safe.
It's boring safe.
No, actually.
是我现在要怎么 end 啊？有教你这样咯。你要，所以你下来你要学过一个颜色吗？还是？
应该不用吧？
你用的是，那你要哪一个咯？For ending。
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, nice shirt 来的。
Yeah.
Maybe 对吗？
对。Yes, correct.
这里还对吗？这。
Thank you.
Oh, may I know your
Never mind.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Today is to familiarize yourself with being a participant again, so that you know how to like problem solve. If somebody asks you, I did wrong, how? So it's more like trying to be encouraging also, and to make mistakes, because you only learn from mistakes, right? So be encouraging, and you know what Jimmy said, where the viewers may partake as much as possible the events and hands that has put together during the last 6 months. So it's a process-based project. Okay, you can say it's an artwork, but he insists that it's not.
No.
So if you want to find out more about why his thoughts are in this direction, you can actually ask him more questions, because it will help you answer questions from public also, and you can say, oh, the artist Jimmy says this. So remember, okay, to do that. And what you can do also is to show them how to interact with the QR codes, and you can show them from your phone and then encourage them to do that. So the support team's duty is like that.
Which we do not do well is listening. I think the sincerity of this encounter depends a lot on the listening. Yes. So we're going to do something called a diet, which we will use our phone to have a timer and give each other full 2 minutes. We ask one question. Yeah, we'll pair up each other. We ask one question, and the other person answer. We will answer fully. And you only listen, you do not interrupt. For the person who asks a question, you do not interrupt. Right? Until the 2 minutes over, then you speak. Then it's your turn, and they ask a different question. And this is a very interesting exercise. Yeah. And at the end of the exercise, I want you to also find out how difficult it is to do this, and how difficult it is to do it with strangers. And then we discuss further. Okay. Now, meanwhile, I already said this is not a non-con because we have an agenda, and the agenda is to move on or steer the conversation about what's under this house. It's very easy because you can just point to this. Oh, look at this. Why he said I miss my family? That's also a way to talk. Then very soon you talk. Oh, this is very beautiful. Look at this tree. We have such a tree. Do you live by a pond? That sort of thing. Yeah. But I think everybody has different way of going about eliciting questions. So, what is interesting then for us today is to see how we can go out beyond ourselves. As artists, we are very, very introverted, creative people. We don't talk. We go home and we express on something, and the expression is us, right? But we are now doing something that is abnormal. Yeah, it's exceptional. Okay, which is interesting, which will be good for all of us.
Yeah.
To just get out of your comfort zone. Yeah. So that you may be able to talk about your work later or encounter other people. Who knows? The person you're talking to may be the curator who's going to spot your work in the future. right? Or who knows, somebody who might be rich enough to become your collector. And this is important. So that's what we are going to do today. We're just going to pretend, like kind of like makeshift for what we're going to do on Sunday. So including like sewing. The sewing is not exactly also the task we're supposed to do. We don't just go there and be like bees and finish sewing everything. Okay? But it's an excuse for us to be sew and be close to someone, then we start talking. Again, it's also a displacement movement, action. Kind of this. It's not very important. But it's designed so that it actually has some meaning. So if you have to complete a piece, then you add to that. So the other person who has finished and added to this communal route will feel like he's or she is invested and is part of a bigger something. Yeah? And what is this bigger something? What is this being and this groundedness? You know, it's just all the unpredictable and the intangible that we are going to deal with. And that's what we are dealing with in terms of like social relational work. Right? That this is geared towards. Maybe sometime later in the future you will see similar kind of communal social aesthetic. Any questions?
This question will come. And then
so we just later on, when we are all ready, it's 1 o'clock we can go, and we can do this Q&A. Yeah, I want you all to take a cardboard, so we're going to sit down outside along the pond, and we're going to do this one-on-one. And I want you to pair up with someone whom you are not familiar. I mean, if you're buddies, don't pair up together, because you know everything about her. She knows everything about you, right? I want you to pair with strangers, you know. And we're going to ask this question. Okay? So we are going to, yeah. Are we ready?
I mean, then it starts feeling like it's an interview instead of like...
It's not interview.
Yeah, but it feels like it.
It is, right now it is. Because this is an exercise for us to learn. This is a diet, it's a practice. I think the most difficult part of this work is like, and I'm not telling you now because you will tell me later what's the most difficult part for this thing. You switch to stranger and then see how it is. It's very difficult to be interested in somebody else whom you have not met, whom you know after this 1 hour you're not going to meet again. That's the most difficult part. How do we overcome that? You know, we can practice like listening and asking questions, and you know, review our questions, summarize it, have an idea, what to ask, what to talk about. But the most difficult is being genuinely, sincerely interested in the other person. We are not. We are not interested in you. You are never interested in us. How can we break that? So actually, I don't have the answer. We have half an answer. But you know, you may come up with better answer and we talk about it later. So should we do it out there? Let's go.
Yeah, very good, very good. Stay that way then. Stay that way.
Oh, we need some cardboard to sit on. Let's get some cardboard. How long has it been? 3 minutes?
It's 1 minute so far.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I think 3 minutes too long. I'm really doing it, okay? Okay, now my turn now. Ask you, okay? Tell me about your family. Oh, yeah. And what your family did during the coronavirus.
So I guess I
March.
really like the south of Sweden because it introduced me to various things.
My family, there's four of us. My parents, me and my brother.
Experience of the
My mom is a housewife. My dad works at Changi Prison. He's a prison warden. My brother is an IT technician. And we've been living in Pasir Ris for 20 years now. I wouldn't say my family is a close one, but yeah, we do get along. During the COVID period, it started in March, right? The circuit breaker. So most of the time it was just me and my mom, because my dad and brother are, still working. My dad's job couldn't be done from home because he has to be there at that place. So most of the time it was just me and my mom at home.
I think to make it simpler to understand, it's like wrestling.
Oh.
Yeah, but you wear the gi, so like the uniform, and then yeah. So like right now we can't exactly train with a partner, so like you just get the dummy. Yeah, it's kind of boring. Like no one can spar at the moment.
But like, do you even practice it like on a? I mean, do you used to practice it like after uni started and all as well?
I started 2 years ago. So yeah, 2 years ago.
Oh.
So like I took part in I think 3 competitions. It's pretty fun. I didn't win, but it was pretty fun. So like,
Yeah, participating is also so much fun.
it's fun.
Yeah.
It's way too expensive to spend so much. So that's how But outfit does not contain all the
the
material
fabric stuff.
Yeah, fabric stuff.
I guess Daiso.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Yeah,
Daiso.
but Daiso is some of them are quite ugly.
Oh.
So I'm like, I don't want to buy it.
I've never actually explored Daiso completely, so I don't know.
You can go, the Adobe, the Plaza Sing.
Yeah, I go over there, but I just go to buy those containers and everything. I've never checked any papers out over there.
You can go and take a look. Actually, the quality is not bad. But I think one problem I have is it's very small.
Yeah.
And it's like very square. I mean, you can cut around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have pretty yarns and threads.
Yeah,
Like I
that's
get
true.
yarns and threads from there. Yeah. Otherwise, I have not seen the paper.
Yeah. I think it's just, from what I know, it's not textured paper, it's just like normal construction paper.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, if you got time, you can go and see.
Yeah.
The whole place is like a good place for artists to go
Yeah,
and
actually,
look.
Singapore is too much over here. Where India is too huge to actually travel every day. My own state where I am from is bigger than Singapore.
Oh.
So, and I have not roamed my own place. I have not been familiar, with my own place, how familiar I am with Singapore. Because over here, from one end to other end, it barely takes you like 45 or 1 hour or maybe one and a half
1 hour
hours.
plus,
Yeah, so, and over there, it might take you like the whole day to travel from one end to the other end, or maybe 2 days.
So long?
Just in one small place, yeah.
That's
My
nice.
first job in Java. So there was a lot of reading, a lot of discussion. We also discussed things about cuisine that people eat during the colonial time.
really good, they're understanding it. They also
So, all my activity in my life actually involved in my home, which is also my studio. So you can see I'm actually working all the time. And otherwise, what I try to do is to go swimming, just go for a walk, or go to the beach, or go down the mountain, or have a special meal at the little cafe on the farm, that kind of thing. But I must confess, sometimes I miss the mall. So every now and then I do go to the mall.
But do you have to go for the surgery?
No.
No, it's not so.
Yeah. I didn't have to get surgery done, but Yeah, but I had to like just bed rest for 6 months. Actually, like 2-3 doctors told me to get a surgery, but they told me that the recovery would be slower if I get a surgery, even more slower. So then I was like, just let it recover. Then we decided to let it recover through physiotherapy and all.
So how was it?
That was like, I would say, I mean, it was difficult because complete bed rest for 3 months, I would say. But then I used to go to school on wheelchair. So, yeah, but like, it was okay because like you get pampered and all, I would say. And then you wouldn't have to go up the stairs and like walk and all of that. So I was like, fine, but still the 3 months were like too much. I don't even know if I'll be able to like get back on skates now, like because you know the hang and the fear now because like you've already like faced the kind of accident. I would say.
I just really just take it slow.
Sorry.
Maybe you can just take it really
Yeah,
slow.
yeah, yeah.
I think
Just
like
start
you can
off.
probably skate casually, and like slowly get into it. Build up your confidence. Yeah, pretty cool. I can't skate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
I can't.
Yeah, have you tried?
I can't even turn on a bike.
Yeah?
I just go straight.
You don't know how to ride a bike?
I do, but I can't turn.
You can't turn.
I can't turn. Like if it's a long turn, it's fine. I can do a
short turn.
I'll just like fall. So I just get down, turn like continue. Yeah.
See you know, during Ramadan you have a big family. Okay? Describe like the food and you know that was involved, the cooking, and how you organize all this together, and what do you actually eat.
Okay, so for this year Hari Raya, well, I woke up early in the morning. I helped my mom to put in the kueh inside the bottle. Although we had no visitors, but my mom still ordered the kueh and stuff. And then I helped my mom to cook in the morning. We go to my aunt's house, my mom's side, and then that's it. We don't even celebrate the whole month of Hari Raya. You know how people celebrate the whole 30 days of Hari Raya, right? But my family don't. So yeah, first day of Hari Raya always feel festive to me because it's the Hari Raya itself, right? But this year actually didn't feel like Hari Raya, even on the first day itself. But on the first day of Raya, although we are at home, me and my mom, we wore our baju kurung just to get the mood, you know. And then we would just watch the Hari Raya specials on TV. Yeah. And then actually my mom didn't want to cook this year, but since we had my grandmother over, so we had to cook lah and make her, you know, feel festive also. Because she also didn't want to celebrate Hari Raya. Not because that she didn't want to, but because she was staying in Ang Mo Kio. So there was that restriction where if you're in Ang Mo Kio, you should just stay in Ang Mo Kio. You shouldn't be travelling. And the fact that she's elderly, right, and she's prone to get infected. So, but she didn't. So it was nice having her lah. Because for 20 years it has always been me and my family in that same house. So to have my grandmother over definitely feels different. Yeah. Okay, my family is a bit complicated. So I just don't see the point why we should, you know, ask for forgiveness and then because my family has this conflict for a long time. So like, why do we still ask for forgiveness every year and then go back to how we feel about each other again? I really don't want to celebrate Hari Raya anymore. But since my grandmother is around, then my dad say just go lah, just go see her, you know. And I feel, I don't know, maybe because I'm getting older, so, and it's not about you know Hari Raya, the people give money, right, to the young ones. I really don't care about the money anymore. I mean, I already know I'm old, so I'm not expecting anything also. So I would still celebrate Hari Raya, but only in my household. Like I wouldn't want to go out seeing my dad's side. I don't know, but honestly, I would prefer my mom's side than my dad's side. So yeah lah, that's it. Yeah, just it has nothing to do with anything. It's just my personal preference of like I don't want to celebrate Hari Raya anymore. I just think my preference of celebrating Hari Raya is just stay at home, eat the dishes, eat the kueh, watch the Raya specials. That's it. Yeah. Maybe because I'm getting older lah. I don't know. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, we have to switch. We have to switch.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, heat out your rice if you want.
Yes,
Over
ma'am.
there? Are you serious?
This mushroom. It's mushroom, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
It looks so good.
Yeah. Okay. You can eat now.
Crust.
Thank you, Winston.
Thank you, Mom. The sour there, dirty, right?
It's okay lah, it's just the bottom part though.
This thank you. I thought there was mushroom, but I know it's not. Is it? Yeah, this thing? Yeah. Oh.
So what Michelle told you about long crawl happens a lot in the coffee shop.
Oh, really? Just from strangers?
They have a special kind of coffee shop called Unclean Young. It's actually a mobile store on rail. Somebody move out about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, open up the roof, and you sit around, 2 benches, you can sit around, someone in the corner make the coffee for you, or tea, whatever you order. And the food is supplied by the villager. Somebody bring this kueh to sell, curry puff to sell, you know, some other satay to sell. And just pick and eat.
Yeah, so it was really interesting to know her thoughts as well because she practiced screen printing with Michelle only. So I got to know more things, and she even wants to take embroidery for her coming projects. which I was telling like even I'm interested in and I might take up for my second year. So we were just having the common discussion about what studio practices we are interested in. And I got really good suggestions about screen printing, how I can do and why I should not do and why I should actually do it. So that was like a good like pros and cons for me to opt for screen printing.
I was listening to Noor Farihin about her Ramadan at home during the COVID. I forgot that Ramadan fell during the COVID lockdown time.
Yeah.
Because it was done so invisibly, so I actually forgot the festivity. And it makes me recall the same kind of Ramadan I attended in Indonesia, where I visited and 100 people would eat together, you know, outside and cook out and share food. And then they would also play games. And it was one of the most memorable experiences I had in Indonesia.
I was talking to Rachel. What was I? Yeah, so I was talking to Rachel, and the most interesting thing she told me was about the sport she plays, and that she started learning it like 2 years ago, and I had no idea about it. It's like kind of something like wrestling, I guess. Yeah, yeah, and then about how like people are affected due to the COVID thing, and like how she cannot practice right now because it's like an interactive thing which requires the connection of two people. So yeah, but knowing about that sport itself was like something new to me because I didn't know at all that something like that existed. So yeah.
Did you practice it like over here, like recently?
Not really, because like we aren't allowed to spar with anyone because of the coasters. Because basically it's contact sport, so we're not allowed to be within like a meter of each other. So most of the time we just practice with the dummy, but it doesn't really do much because the dummy doesn't fight back. Yeah, so probably wait for next year to resume.
Is it like a boxing thing?
It's more like wrestling. Yeah. It's like grappling. Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow. So speaking with Priyam, so I guess we were talking and like bonding over sports because like I think she likes sports quite a bit as well. So I found out that she does skating and at like a competitive level. So she took part in like the nationals, which was pretty interesting. But then it was sad because like she injured her knee, so she kind of stopped for a while. But like during the circuit breaker, she's been running. I think
Both of us.
Yeah, they've both been running like for 15 kilometers
15, yeah.
every
And
morning.
cycling.
Twice in a day.
Yeah.
No, it's just skinny.
How do you do that? I did some of my like other friends. We woke up around 4 something. Then we left the house around 5 o'clock in the morning. We went cycling all over Singapore, like whichever place. Like, we visited almost all the parks in Singapore just to explore. So early in the morning, we would just get up. It was fascinating. Singapore is fascinating. Like the parks, though it's man-made.
What do you think? Did you hear something interesting or scandalous?
I don't know, I think out of all the things that Jimmy said, the most interesting one that got to me was that Jimmy doesn't go to the mall in Indonesia. He only goes there to watch movies. And I mean, how often do you go to the mall to watch movies? Like only when there's interesting movies, or
Actually, every Monday.
why? What's happening on every Monday?
Not less crowded.
First day of the week, yeah.
And it's matinee. And the seats is like, you know, like lazy boy, first class.
The cinema is the same as Singapore one, right?
Yeah. But there are a lot of like double-seated arrangement. So I suspect, you know, people go, boys and girls go so they can hold hands while they watch movies. They also give you blanket to cover. So
Oh,
no
they
one
give you
sees.
blanket.
Yeah.
Premium question.
Yeah.
Why do you not go to the malls?
Why do I go? Because there are better malls here, and also it's not. I'm not there to go to the mall. Right? It's not so interesting.
And Jimmy, you said that your house is also a studio. So, where do you draw the line, like from working and resting, and not use your home as a studio?
My first assistant come in at 10 o'clock, and they all leave about 6. So I work from 10 o'clock to 6. If I need a time out, I can actually go to my room and sleep, right? But I also can take 1 hour off and go swimming.
Wow.
Yeah. Next.
Yeah, but swimming.
No, there are many swimming pools nearby.
Oh.
Because I live in the like a tourist park, so there are many little cheap hotel with swimming pool. You just pay $1 you can use.
Wow, I need to go to Indonesia.
The practice just now, was it useful?
I think it's nice.
Although we
was
didn't,
nice.
we didn't maintain the 2-minute like silence on yours. We keep interjecting, yeah. Because I hear the two of you always like going back and forth. Usually it feels like one silent, one talking for 2 minutes.
No, actually, we finish at 3 minutes and then we start talking randomly.
Okay, then it become random.
Yeah, so the first we keep to the...
Yes, yes. So I just want to tell you that I might put it here, but either outside or here.
Is it very big? I'm trying not to block the light here.
Yeah, I
In the
understand.
daytime, it's like, here lah.
Okay, because here the front and back is blank, ma. So
That's why I like it leave it black.
Okay.
Unless it's very small.
Oh, got one more space. Okay.
Unless it's very small like that.
I don't think it's small. Yeah, it looks.
Otherwise you can
I
change
think
with
maybe
the,
this size.
you can change with that small one, bring up here.
Oh, okay.
Big one, put it.
Okay. Okay lah. Yeah, each one has a label, so don't worry.
you like, you can write about this whole project.
Which project?
Which is this whole thing, how it come about. So I am trying very hard to tell people that this thing is not the artwork. It just happened to look really beautiful because of some aesthetic choice that I've chosen, right? Which is kind of like second nature, not second nature, but kind of like trained eye work, right? So where is the artwork?
Where is the artwork?
Yeah, what is the artwork here?
What I think is the small patches quilt.
That's the artwork?
Yeah.
So does that make the migrant workers artists?
Yeah.
Then they don't have to go to work anymore. So I'm just trying to say, how can we write about this? Say that
It's an artwork.
the artwork is the relational, intangible, human contact
The
that
artwork
happens.
will
Yes.
basically be when it's interactive, like the workshop day when people come to here.
Yeah, but that's a workshop, you know. Yeah.
And would this is a memorial?
This one is more a memorial.
Yeah.
Yeah, this part is good.
How it's actually called Javani.
Joglo. Joglo. Yeah, which is a traditional two-tier house.
Yeah.
Roof.
How did you get the idea of doing such a thing? Like, how did you get the idea of making something like this?
I didn't get it. It just happened. Yeah. Because I was doing the house, the roof. I have no idea for the house. The next door to me, in the football field, has been closed up for migrant workers who has COVID and are recovering. And I see them going in and out. So I thought, at that time we were already sending cloth for people to sew at home and send it back here. It could be pushed together as one cloth like that. However, I thought maybe we involve the migrant workers. Since they are also quarantined and staying.
Dormitory workers.
Yeah, dormitory workers, people who have to stay at home, and our reaction to it. Including, I suppose, right now, we are unfortunately building one object in the shape of a house. And we can, that it becomes a placeholder for us to meet together. So that is the next part which I see, or it's telling me what to do. So from here, what it's telling me what to do is to have people gather. The people who make all this cloth, the people who are in city, interns like you, to just come together and sit down. And then we will see where it goes. Right? I don't know what's going to happen.
Very nice way of interacting actually.
We may have a fight or a quarrel over some issue, like, maybe you think that the government is doing enough for the migrant workers. Or we could have a good picnic and a party and exchange some food.
Yeah.
Or we could have among us, and that's something I cannot direct, some kind of conversation and some kind of exchange and intimacy.
One more question, the hut shape, the upper layer of the house.
That used to be a royal batik, worn only by the Sultan. It's supposed to have magical healing power. To catch is to heal.
Oh.
Yeah. So what I'm doing here is to make a textbook of healing for a roof.
Okay, because of the COVID situation and
Yeah. thought we changed from this guy.
Somewhere over here, maybe.
Do you have anything here?
No, she said to only fill the.
I think we put one because it's so important, you know. No? You agree, right?
Oh, she said not to bring anything from inside to outside because there are divisions.
I know, but I'm going to break the rule. I think it doesn't have to be so fixed, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put this one outside.
Okay.
I think we use the pin. Too empty. This one? I think we go inside. See? Yeah, down there. Down there. We exchange with the small one. We got the small one.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, this has the bar covered. This has the bar.
This is fake. This is fake.
Oh.
Yeah. The chest.
Let me try.
Yes. And these two we should put it outside. Kind of nice. Yeah, we start there. Yeah. After that, we probably do this every week. So I think we should start sewing. Yeah. And I recommend use this needle. And I recommend you get an apron, or I can give this to you. So you put, you know, you don't have to walk up and down. One season, one straight. Let's just go in for lunch then. Like this one. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we pick the very big word. You know, like I miss it very much. So one.
Oh, we'll put it over here.
Yeah, we put it back, but just one.
Okay, only
to
one.
give you a lot of attention.
Okay. Like, places does not need to be properly filled.
No need to be.
Oh.
No, this is like very beautiful. I love you, my sister.
Yeah, this one is very nice.
Let's
So do
put
you
it
want
back
me
there.
to
Let's put it
put
back.
over there?
Yeah. Because we can afford to see some emptiness. You see, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think we are doing over too much.
Yeah. So should I open this
Yes,
up
we
and
should
then
open
put?
up. Yeah. Give it respect.
Yeah.
You know?
And I put it with the safety pin, right?
Yeah. I'm going to go out and bring some chair and big scissors. We can start cutting and don't worry about it. Do you use a ladder? Even though they always say I love SG.
Yeah.
They mean it, yeah? What do you think?
Yeah, they actually do.
They do love SG.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you love SG?
I love Singapore.
You don't?
For some reason.
You don't love SG? You do?
Yeah, for some reasons, yes, I do love Singapore.
Yeah. Do you think you'll stay on after you graduate?
Planning to.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I get a good job.
Yeah, I think we sit on top then we don't have the thing. So the one that you not bus yeah. Oh, there's a bus from Hougang to no nothing like
How about this one?
you know, too small. I want to make use of the space.
Okay. You know, I cut already. It was here. But there's no last thing.
Oh. It is put here, Wahid, on top here. Oh, okay, that's cute, right? Yeah, because like you will draw people. You want, put, yes. Fine hole lah.
Or you can go and take a button. Maybe a button there. You see?
Can sew here or only there?
So there 了。
okay, okay.
要是不然的话，你可以在家里做一个这个，然后寄给我们，拿来这里我们帮你这样子。
Okay, okay.
有一些是新加坡人做的，我这个 labeling 还没有做好，做好了你会看得到是哪一个是新加坡人，哪一个是特工，是在 quarantine 的时候做的。
Choose a button.
I want the texture so bad. Email is like so inaccessible sometimes. And like, sometimes I wake up, I don't look at my email. Such is life.
How are you all?
You want to come and try this? We're weaving floor mat from t-shirt. Yeah, it's only people there. Like people who quarantine. You don't do it or stay home notice, they want to stay 1 month. So we ask you, get to the beginning of the period, do some story, send back to us. That's how we get there. And then the migrant workers will affect the very much. So we employ the migrant workers. That's how we get it. So we're coming to an end of it now. So there's no more need to stay overnight. So we're going to make a mat, a floor mat. So we're going to be invited to come sit down. So we're going to look at the join. Yeah. Come on, don't be shy. My name is Jimmy and yours?
My name is May.
May? Nice to meet you. May. Yes. Very nice. 你是吧？是吧？是吧？
So,
You live around here? You live very far? So far lah. So sure when you take a place.
Yeah, this
啊
part.？
用一个手啊？不错，看不错。
有这个接触。
பார்த்ததில்லை Ecco chi vivo